Hello world, it is Thursday, March 18th, 2021. It's kind of overcast and rainy today. And I think there were some high wind warnings, although it's not windy right at this moment. So if you go out, dress appropriately. But it might be a good day to stay in. Today's devotion is entitled Fixers and Elixirs by Molly Baskett. Molly bases the devotion upon Psalm 31, verse 2, New Revised Standard Version. Incline your ear to me, rescue me speedily. Be a rock of refuge for me, a strong fortress to save me. And Molly writes, it can feel nearly impossible to talk with someone you love when they're in pain and resist offering solutions. When our best friend or sibling is suffering from a bad breakup, an intractable work relationship, a futile financial situation, we automatically go into solving mode. We become fixers and offer elixirs. Certain we know just the therapist's strategy book or pharmaceutical to make it all come right, or at least numb it for a while. But almost no advice is good enough, particularly to a person too upset to hear it, to replace the simple efficacy of deeply listening. Anne Lamott wrote, if someone listens deeply, you can lay your pain at the feet of the right God. Deep listening has benefits for the listener too. Dietrich Bonhoeffer said, the one who can no longer listen to his brother will soon no longer be listening to God either. He will be doing nothing but prattle in the presence of God as well. Needing to fix other people's problems is about making ourselves more comfortable. It's about ego and not soul. The soul was born knowing how to listen. The psalmist asks God to listen. Just listen. What if listening itself is the rescue, the rock, the refuge, the fortress? Know that God really hears and doesn't need to blame, shame, fix, or forget. Is all the balm the patient needs. Next time you're in pain and your friend starts to fix or offer patent medicine, it's okay to stop them and say, please, can you just listen and not offer solutions? That's all I really need. And the next time you're listening to someone in pain, check yourself. Are you trying to fix or elix? Trust that quiet listening with your whole self really is enough. And Molly's prayer. God, thanks for listening and not talking back. Amen. Well, I think this devotion brings up a good point that sometimes all we really need, all someone else may really need, is just someone to listen. Someone to help them process their thoughts, not to jump in and offer solutions and ways to fix things. Because sometimes when we get into that mode of trying to help people, we stop really listening because we're so busy thinking about what it may be that we can do to help them or what they should be doing to help themselves, that we stop listening, really listening. So it's always better just to listen. In one of the things I learned when I was in Stephen ministry training was the importance of silence. You don't have to fill every moment with something. Sometimes it's better just to be silent. If the other person stops talking, that may be okay. They just may need that time to process what they just told you, and that's okay. The other thing this devotion reminded me of is a book I read a long time ago, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, talking about the communication differences between men and women. And in reality, I mean, it's not a black and white thing. We're all somewhere on that spectrum, and we're all different, really. But there is a tendency for women to process things verbally. They process things by talking about it. Men often, when they hear a woman processing verbally, the first thing they want to do is fix it, because men tend to be fixers. And again, this is a spectrum. We're all somewhere on that spectrum, and you can be male and be someone who processes verbally, and you can be female and be a fixer too. So it's not a 100% thing, but there are tendencies to do that. And that kind of self-knowledge can help you in being aware of how you're reacting to someone as they share their issues and their problems. So, and sometimes that's what prayer is. It's just processing, giving our stuff up to God. Doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to hear an answer from God, but we might, in the very way that we process it by talking about it. So I hope you have a good day. I will talk to you again tomorrow. And by the way, if you're listening to this and you do attend worship, we are going to open up for worship this Sunday with distancing and masks and temperature taking and minimal singing and that sort of thing. But we are allowing people back in the sanctuary. There's a number of people that have gotten the vaccine now, and the numbers are continuing to drop, so it's looking very positive. And then we'll just reevaluate how things go in the future as to whether we need to go back just to virtual at some point. We will still be offering virtual if you're not comfortable coming back into the sanctuary. So I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Take care.